One coastal storm down, another one to go. I'm meteorologist Joe Martucci, and as that first one passed by on our Thursday, well, this was the scene for most of the area, just caked in sleet and freezing rain here like we have from Beth and Greenwich. And if you want to submit your photo, you can do so at pressofac.com/photo submissions. Let's take a look at our storm alerts in the area. We have a winter weather advisory in effect for all of southeastern New Jersey and beyond, with the exception of the Brigantine to Cape May corridor along the shore. Now, this is now in effect through 7 p.m. on Friday. Earlier, and even yesterday, this was in effect through 10 a.m. on Friday, so we're extending that time because it does look like we're going to get a second wave of precipitation that will add in some snow and freezing rain to the mix here. We're only in the second quarter of this system here because we're still under the influence of the first coastal storm. But as we go into tomorrow, second coastal storm comes through. It's a weak coastal storm, but enough to bring a steady wintry mix for most of the daytime hours on Friday, and then finally getting out of here Friday evening. In terms of sleet totals, Estelle Manor at 0.9 is the top spot here. Now, these totals don't look all that impressive. However, sleet is much heavier than snow. You usually want to multiply this by 3. Sometimes even a little bit more to give you an idea of how much snow this would be. So you're talking, if you multiply Estelle Manor by 3, you're about 2.7 inches. So that's something that we would be worth talking about here in the area, not to mention we have freezing rain as well. Now, the mix end is out of here, and now we just have a couple of showers to talk about as we go into the evening hours. See at 5 o'clock here, a little dot of rain near Vineland. Whether or not it's going to rain near Vineland at that time, I'm not exactly sure, but the point is it will be isolated as we go into the evening and overnight hours. Some snow in the northern half of the state, but for us here, as we make our way into Friday morning, we are going to be pretty dry until we get towards around sunrise, because this second wave is going to come in, and there you go. We're talking about snow for most of the mainland here at some point Friday. Along the shore, we're talking about rain as temperatures stay in the mid-30s, and then during the evening hours on Friday, it hangs around. It's not until, we'll say, after 8 o'clock that we start drying out, and by midnight on our Saturday, we will be finally dry. In terms of what's to come, coating to an inch of snow for most of Cape May County, and in places like Corbin City, getting over to Egg Harbor Township, Galloway on East Southern Ocean County too. Coating to 1 inch of snow plus some freezing rain for the rest of Atlantic County and most of Cumberland County here. And then further to the west, as you make your way towards Philadelphia and Wilmington, 1 to 2 inches of snow and less freezing rain with this. Now, what is sleet? Because we've had plenty of it. Well, it's snow that melts in a little bit of a warm layer with temperatures above 32 degrees. Then there's enough time below this warm layer for it to freeze into essentially little balls of ice pellets, and then they hit the ground. Freezing rain is when you have a thicker warm layer, it melts into rain, and it really doesn't have enough time to freeze back into ice, so it will only freeze on contact with surfaces below 32 degrees. Good news on the coastal flooding front, none really to speak of here in Atlantic City and really all across South Jersey. Take a look at our air temperatures as we go into our Thursday night. Temperatures rise, but then they start falling and kind of hanging around, so they bounce all over the place as we go into the daytime hours here, but eventually Friday afternoon temperatures start to fall back below 32. Here's a look at our mainland 7-day forecast. Again, there will be dry time on Friday. I don't think it's snowing and raining all day with that freezing rain, but there will be some areas of the day to be concerned about, especially during the middle part of the day. As far as our weekend, cold and dry, so you got a little bit of both here. You have the good news, the dry weather, but it will be cold. Temperatures 10 to 12 degrees below average. Saturday's wind chills don't get above 25 anywhere, and then we go into Monday, another system coming through. This one should be all rain, and then a little bit of a warm-up as we go into the end of the week. Temperatures 48 degrees for our Wednesday. We'll keep you updated throughout the night. You can follow me on social media for the latest, or you can always come back to our website, thepressofac.com/weather, where you can sign up for my newsletter.